Hey lovelies, welcome back to my little glam room. Today I'll be featuring Urban Decay's Naked on the Run palette to produce this rose gold and chocolate look. If you'd like what you see, please keep watching. Moving right along to our primer, we're going to be using our Nivea Men's Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This product has glycerin, so it does help products stick to the skin. Going right in with our NYX Dark Circle Concealer in medium, we're going to be using our index finger just to go ahead and pop that into under our eye. I like this product because you can see a dramatic difference as soon as you go in. Picking up the LA Girl Pro Conceal in green, we're just going to go ahead and cancel out any of the red marks we have on our skin. Just tap that out with your fingers. Once that's dry, you're just going to use a nice stippling brush and our Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation in medium 54. I'm just going to be using my fingers once again to pop that on our skin, and we'll blend and buff out with our stippling brush. Just to keep our products moist, we're just going to dampen it with some rose water. Moving right along to brows, I'm going to be using my NYX Brow Cake Powder in medium brown, just to fill in our brows and make sure they look nice and defined. Picking up a Sephora concealer brush, we're just going to carve out our brow bone. I'm using that banana shade. I like carving out my brow bone because it does give a nice clean effect to your lower brow. Also, it's really good for blending when you have to use an eyeshadow. Tapping out any of the excess with the beauty blender. We're just going to make sure everything melts right in. Moving right along to our Naked on the Run palette, I'm going to be picking up that second shade with a regular packing shadow brush. Going right into mixing those two matte brown shades, we're just going to go ahead and define our crease. Going in with our Morphe M511 brush and that bronzy shade in the palette, we're just going to go ahead and deepen up our outer V just to give it a nice and dark effect on the outside of your eye. Next, with another eyeshadow packing brush, we're just going to pick up that rose gold color and place it all over our lid. Now I went in with Dazzlelight by Mac just to brighten up the eyeball area. I ended up just picking up a highlight shade from our palette because I figured it would go much better with the colors we already have. Moving right into our eyeliner, I'm going to be picking up the Marc Jacobs crayon liner, and I'm just placing it where I want it to be generally. This is a template. We're going to be using a angled liner brush to manipulate the product out into a smoked wing. Going in with our angled liner brush, I'm just going to go and drag the product right out so we can create a nice winged effect. Picking up on just a regular glitter black shade, mine is from the Moonshadow Baked Palette by Sephora. We're just going to go ahead and deepen up the color of our shadow. Jumping right into highlighting and concealing, I've already placed my highlight shade under my eyes, but I'm just going to go in and place it right where I want everything to pop. I'm using the same color as we used on our brow bone earlier. Picking up that nice warm caramel shade, we're just going to go ahead and start carving out the places on our face where we really want to be chiseled. For this step, you can definitely use a foundation brush of any sort, but I personally like to use my fingers because I can manipulate the product more, and it helps for me to just put on my face exactly how I like it. Don't worry about getting a little bit messy in this step. We will be going in with our baking powders to just kind of clean up the areas more, as well as brushes to go ahead and define the areas. For the lips, I do like to use a concealer brush because I really need a precise line. This will be the template for our later liner in our lips. As you can see, they already look more plump. Again, nose contour is optional. Some people have already really slim nose, but for me personally, I do like to go in and carve out my nose. Dampening up our beauty blender, we're just going to go ahead and tap out the highlighted shade first. Picking up the Morphe G30, my favorite contouring brush, we're going to go ahead and start moving the product along the sides of our face, pushing right up into our forehead and moving it right back down to our cheeks. This brush is so good for keeping your lines nice and chiseled while blending out the product. Of course, you can never have enough highlight on that nose. Make sure to continue blending. You do not want any harsh lines. Going into our Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, I'm just going to go ahead and start baking my under eyes as well as the other highlighted areas with a cosmetic wedge. Don't mind me, I just had a really weird allergic reaction. Going into our Java shade and a stippling brush by Morphe, we're just going to go ahead and carve out our cheekbones a little bit more. If you guys are interested in the brushes I've used, I will place all the information down in the bottom bar. Going in with just a regular powder brush, we're just going to be brushing away all the excess. Moving along to our Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, I'm just going to be placing a nice coat on our lashes. We will be using falsies. Moving right along with the Ardell Natural Demi Wispies, we're going to go ahead and place them with a Tweezerman tweezer and Makeup Forever lash adhesive. I like to blow in my lashes just to get the glue nice and tacky so that when we place them, they don't move around too much. There we have it, nice and full lashes. Going in with a NYX Wonder pencil just to keep our lower lash line nice and bold. Lining my lips with a Jordana Lip crayon in Tawny. We're just going to go ahead and make sure that we abide by the contour lines that we put on before. This dark mauve shade is really going to help bring out the definition in our lips and make sure they look nice and plump. Going in with any nude lipstick, you're just going to pop that in the middle of your lips and tap it out. You can use your finger, but I'm using the cosmetic wedge. I'm just tapping out the product so that it blends a little better. And there you have it, nice and plump lips, no injections needed. So there you have it, this is our complete look, a nice glam with our Naked on the Run. If you liked what you see, please subscribe. Love you guys, bye.